If you want to scale your legal practice, you need to have a great sales CRM, a place where to store all your prospect details, record communications, and manage your marketing efforts. A good sales CRM will not only organize your data, but will also save you time with automation and ease collaboration with your colleagues. In this video, I will explain why I believe that Pipedrive is the best sales CRM for lawyers and attorneys. Let's get going. What is a sales CRM and why do you need it? Well, a sales CRM will be the central hub for storing all the information about your sales activities, your prospects, and then any of the communications or tasks that you have with them. Now you may ask, maybe I have Clio or I have Filewine. Why can't I use it for managing my sales activities? Well, principally because these tools have not really been designed for closing sales and optimizing sales process. Of course, you can use them to manage some of your sales activities, but your experience won't really be optimal. Now, what do you say? Maybe I can use Excel or Google Sheets to manage my sales. That is as well true, but obviously these tools lack the collaboration features, such as, for example, bringing in automatically all the emails that you get from your clients, or assigning tasks to different users that a proper sales CRM would provide you. Why should we then choose Pipedrive? In our experience, Pipedrive is the simplest and most straightforward CRM to implement in a legal practice. It is very easy to understand, and you'll get your colleagues on board very quickly. It is also one of the cheapest alternatives out there compared to other popular tools such as Salesforce or HubSpot. Let's now jump onto the Pipedrive website and see what features it will provide. First of all, we'll get the ability to manage our leads and deals in a visual format in several pipelines. We'll also be able to track all the communications with our prospects, such as emails, phone calls, tasks, and meetings. Additionally, in Pipedrive directly, we'll be able to automate some of the repetitive tasks or connect Pipedrive to an automation platform, such as Integromat or Zapier, with a flexible API. You'll also be able to run reports and discover insights about your sales activities. And obviously, all this information will be stored securely in the cloud. Additionally, you'll be able to access the mobile app of Pipedrive to always sell on the go. Pipedrive also provides some very useful features in terms of follow-ups. You'll be able to set activity reminders for your different deals, to sync all your activities with Google or Microsoft, and then to customize any of the activity types that you would like to have with your clients. As mentioned before, you'll be able to connect Pipedrive with your favorite tools. And the Pipedrive marketplace has more than 250 integrations for you to set up directly from the platform. In terms of pricing, the first plan starts at $12.50 per user per month, in case that you pay annually. The Essential plan will give you some basic features of the platform and get you started with the CRM. As you scale up to the Advanced plan, you'll be able to bring in your emails with Email Sync with email providers such as Google or Microsoft, and also automate your work with workflows. As you then scale up to Professional, you'll get some more features, such as better reports, revenue forecasts and projections, and finally some management of documents and contracts directly in the Pipedrive platform. I would recommend going with Advanced if you're a solo practitioner, or with Professional if you are a larger firm and want to track the performance of your sales activities on a global level. Finally, you have the Enterprise plans for the bigger firms. When you first sign up, you'll be presented with the following screen. the pipeline view in the Deals tab. In here, you'll be able to manage all your sales deals in a visual format. We'll come back to the screen shortly, because the first thing that you would want to do when you first sign up will be to import your data. You can do this here in the More tab, Import Data. You'll be able to import data either from another software, such as a CRM, HubSpot, Salesforce, etc., or from a spreadsheet, either Excel or CSV. The next thing that you would want to do is to set up your settings, such as your company name, the activities that you would like to store with your clients. In here you can define custom ones, the currencies that you use, and if you want to have default reasons for any of the deals that are not closed, you can also define them here. You'll be able to add new users, and finally define custom fields that you want your deals, persons, organizations, or products to have. Last but not least, you'll also be able to connect any of the tools that you're already using in the Tools and Apps section. In here, you'll be able to connect a caller so that you can call your clients directly from Pipedrive, to define products, which would be the standardized services or offerings that you provide to your clients, to enable smart contact data, which is a feature that we'll talk about in just a moment, and define any webhooks, which can be used for automation. And in here you can connect all the apps that you're already using, such as those for invoicing, such as QuickBooks or Xero, or any other apps out of the marketplace. In this case, I have connected the JotForm and the PandaDoc. If you have enabled the Products option in the Tools tab, you'll then be able to go into Products, over here on the left, and define the standardized offerings that you are providing to your clients. You can add a product, define its name, its product code, add category, and finally the price and any applicable tax that it may have. Let's now go into Leads. In here, you'll be able to store all the information about potential prospects that don't yet have a deal associated with them, either manually created or coming, for example, from your website through a web form. For each lead, you'll be able to define their name, associate a specific contact with them, and store all the activities that have happened with this lead. For example, phone calls, notes, or emails. Once the lead has a deal associated with them, you'll be able to convert it into a deal. And these ones you'll be able to find in the Deals tab. As you can see, here we have the pipeline with different stages. You'll be able to customize these stages over here on the right. For each stage, you'll be able to define its name, the probability that you will close the deal, which is used to calculate the revenue projections, and finally routing in days, which means that after X number of days, the deal will turn red to notify you to follow up. You'll be able to add and remove stages, and also define several pipelines per account. Once you have the deals added, you'll be able to move them through the pipeline. For each deal, you again will be able to define different information, such as the organization, the person, and store all the different activities, such as notes, meetings, and any of the tasks that you or your colleagues have to perform. Let's now talk about the Smart Data Search, a very useful feature available on the professional plan or the advanced one. Once you have input the email of the contact person, you'll be able to either search data for the company or for the person themselves. Let's try it out with Apple. Great, and now we have all the information about Apple. We'll be able to store it in our CRM. Let's also do the same with the person. As you can see, we now have a photo, we have the location, and some social profiles such as LinkedIn and Twitter. Once our deal is closed, we can either mark it as lost or as won. Here you have a very nice animation to celebrate. After that, we'll have mails, where you'll be able to connect to your email account, such as Gmail or Outlook, to be able to see all the different activities that you have in your CRM, all the contacts, the reports, which you can define and customize for a particular firm, and finally the products, as we have talked before. Last but not least, let's talk about workflow automations, which can be found over here in the More tab, Workflow Automation. You'll either be able to use some predefined templates, such as, for example, every time a new lead is added to the system, to create a new activity. You'll be able to edit the template, such as, for example, choosing the source of the lead, and configure the activity. Let's say that we want to create a task, which will be due in 1 day, and the activity subject will be send proposal. Finally, we'll be able to define who can trigger the automation and the workflow title. We'll also be able to define custom workflows. We'll be able to define a trigger, which can come from any of these items, such as, for example, when a deal is created, a deal is updated or deleted. To define a condition for which only the action will be triggered, such as, for example, let's say deal status is won. And finally, define the action, which can come again from any of these items, as well sending an email using the template or plain, or using any of these 3 integrations, such as Slack, Microsoft Teams, or Trello, in case that you have them enabled. Now, this was a quick overview of what Pipedrive has to offer. In the coming weeks, we will publish more videos about the platform on our YouTube channel with some tips and tricks and more tutorials. So stay tuned for that. I hope that you have found this video useful. If you'd like our team to help you in your digital transformation, check out our services on our website, automationforlawyers.com. We offer several options. One of them is hourly consulting with an automation expert from our team, and another is custom project development. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.